In Canceled.
Oh, God. Canceled! What if I just wear my hair like this for this entire segment in honor of Sia?
Please do it. Sia got called out for casting Maddie Ziegler, who is not autistic, to play an autistic person in her upcoming movie.
My gosh.
Music? We're about to have a pool party.
Here's what's frustrating about this other than everything. I understand that people want to be cast in roles. I just hate all these fucking people who want to tear everything down. The same people who are yelling about everybody watching Cuties before they judged it are yelling about this trailer and crying about her movie before they've even watched it. So at least be somewhat consistent, like with your screaming, but there's no consistency. And so the neuroatypical and the autistic crowd was very mad that she didn't cast an actual autistic person for this role. Although, according to Sia, she tried, but the person was so overwhelmed by all the set that it didn't work.
She cast 13 neuroatypical people and 3 transgender people, and
then she got dragged for that because she said she cast them in roles as doctors and nurses and not as drug addicts and prostitutes. And then people were like, oh, way to stigmatize drug addicts and prostitutes. I had no idea there were so many autistic sex workers because they were fucking outraged. Like more than one.
And then the best part, because I have so much respect for Sia, is someone tweeted, several autistic actors, myself included, responded to these tweets. We all said we could have acted in it on short notice. These excuses are just that, excuses. The fact of the matter is 0 effort was made to include anyone who is actually autistic.
And Sia was like, maybe you're just a bad actor. I was like, welcome to the intellectual dark web, Sia.
I just have a lot of respect for her not caving to the mob.
She was going hard against everybody. I mean, I don't even think you should engage because you cannot win. There is no apology that will be great enough. You will keep bending the knee until you bend. And it doesn't make sense to me. So do you want only autistic people only in autistic roles? But does that mean that autistic people and neurotypical people can't play in roles that are just normal roles?
No, because
or they would only play autistic.
They would be applauded if they cast an autistic person for just like a neurotypical role and didn't bring the autism into it at all. It would be lauded from here to eternity.
Right. So it doesn't go both ways. It only goes in one direction. Yeah. And that, again, it's like just be fucking consistent with your message, but you can't. There's no consistency. It's hard because I read it and I'm like, yeah, I'm compassionate to a lot of the way that I feel like we've made so much progress. And here, Sia's trying to make a cool thing. And it's like, I saw so many parents who were in the comments saying, I have an autistic kid and they love like XYZ and don't judge this before you've seen it. And it's good to even just have this kind of representation, but it is never enough. It's just never enough.
No.
And it's a lot of people who are trying to crap on someone who made something, which is my biggest gripe. Go make something. Use this energy that you have clearly a lot of to go create something instead of trying to destroy something that somebody else made. Someone who has been an ally for your community and is clearly like all of the woke points you could possibly want and is progressive. Like it's craziness.
It's never enough. Anyone trying to do anything good, anything kind, anyone with some sort of positive message is going to get dragged for something.
It's never enough. And it's people who are it's unsettling because it does feel like that Inquisition vibe where there's like this sin. That's what bothers me too, is that everyone just assumes the most bad faith interpretation of what anyone's trying to do. It's like Sia made this cool thing and they all just jump on her. Sorry that Sia didn't fucking consult with the tribunal of autistics on Twitter before she made her movie.
Well, then Anne Hathaway apologizes to the disabled community for playing a person with 3 fingers.
Only murderers are allowed to play murderers. That's it. That is it.
Only drug addicts are allowed to play drug addicts.
I'm sorry. This is a rapist that you're auditioning for. We need to know if you've ever raped anyone. And if you haven't, forget it. it's like this weird combination of everything being so petty and stupid and everything being like, wow, we might be on the verge of like global domination by China.
Sam.
Agenda 2030.
Actually, it's the UN in all of the countries.
Yeah, but the UN is technically in the pocket of China.
Technically run by China.
Yeah.
God, Sam, didn't you know that?
Catch up, Sam.
2030.
Agenda
Sorry.
2030.
I'm still down in the rabbit hole, you guys. I haven't dug that deep yet.
Well, you're going to have to dig all the way to China.
Gonna have a shovel
That
on
was
the
a Sam
set
dad
next
joke
week.
moment right there.
Proud of you, Bridget.
Thank you. It was a softball that I felt you lobbed to me.